What's going on, guys? It's Doss. Welcome back to the channel. This December would have been 10 years since I've been to St. Louis, Missouri to visit my dad's side of the family, so this vacation was way overdue but definitely worth it. So thankfully, the newer, older me, if that makes any sense, knows how important it is to capture as much footage as possible because every moment is a gift and every day is a blessing. Kind of like how I say in my commercials. So I hope you guys enjoyed this voiceover vlog of my return to St. Louis after 10 years. Let's get right into the video. Took a week-long vacation. Of course, it went by incredibly quick. We decided to travel on land, a 9.5-hour drive versus a 2.5-hour flight. Calculated about 1,800 miles round trip. So we used my 2022 Tradesman for fuel efficiency. This truck itself will estimate 600 plus miles when it's full and is incredibly accurate with the setup this truck has with the 3.6 liter V6 under the hood and the 32-gallon gas tank up underneath. This truck will definitely be able to go 650 plus miles on a full tank of gas if it wasn't for the hills and the mountains. So we left DFW around 8:30 that morning, and then we made quite a few stops along the way for food, gas, and restroom. Then we arrived in St. Louis around 7:30ish that day. Went to go see the family immediately that night because it's just been so long. I mean, you know, why wait? Honestly, I wasn't sure what to expect because it's basically been a whole decade. Not everyone I expected that night was available, but it was definitely worth the drive, and I was excited and curious to see how everybody was doing and what they looked like and all that good stuff. So it was definitely worth it. The next day, we went to go shop around a little bit at Walmart, and then we picked up some Wingstop. But more importantly, the day after, we visited the Union Station. The place had a rock climbing area, a pond with a bunch of giant fish, a massive Ferris wheel, multiple gift shops, and 2 restaurants with amazing customer service. Only con is that you have to pay for parking, but places like that, you wouldn't expect anything different. That same day after the Union Station, we drove a couple of blocks downtown to visit the Gateway Arch National Park. Of course, the Gateway Arch is the most popular attraction for the city of St. Louis. My first time actually getting up close and personal with it. The setup they have over there in that national park is amazing. Got so much footage that I'm actually going to let the music play once I finish describing what's going on in these scenes right here. So we walked over to the arch and underneath it, all the way to the river to where you could see them setting up helicopter tours for the city. Then we decided to go down into the Gateway Arch Museum. This place was probably the best laid out museum that I've ever been in. It had all kinds of historical props, items, and facts and pictures and paintings and real wagons restored, but they're still really cool to look at and see everything that existed back then and just where the heritage for the St. Louis city came from. On the other side of the museum at the end, I believe there was like a couple of restaurants, and then there was the actual Gateway Arch gift shop with souvenirs and all that stuff in there. The souvenirs were definitely one of my main objectives. Everything in the store was worth buying, but of course I have to stay with the budget. So I grabbed a bunch of lanyards and keychains, a small chrome replica of the Gateway Arch for the dashboard of my truck, and an even bigger, more realistic replica of the Gateway Arch that sits on this little wood plaque. Looks really cool, definitely worth the money. At the register, they say you get this carry-out bag for free when you spend over $100. Still definitely worth the money and the walk. You get to explore and burn calories. Oh, it's a great deal right there. The next day, we visited my grandfather's grave not too far south from the Gateway Arch, Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery. This is honestly the best looking cemetery I've ever seen, which shouldn't be surprising because it is military, nicely organized, and even the scenery was great with wildlife running around. He's been gone for quite a few years now, but I've always wanted to see his gravesite, so I'm definitely glad to be able to experience that with my dad. So we spent the last 2 to 3 days hanging out with family preparing for the 4th of July. I thought it was incredibly cool to meet one of my dad's childhood friends and see the actual street that he grew up on, even though things have changed like new houses and things, but it's still really cool to actually see it in person. So for the 4th, we went to a fireworks show in a nearby neighborhood, and it was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. So many fireworks. I actually had some firework debris left on top of the truck and in the bed and everything, and just all around because they were popping off quite close, and there was a lot in the distance. It was like 3 hours of straight nonstop firework action. So I'm definitely not going to be talking over this because I want you guys to hear some of this audio because it's a lot. And that's pretty much it for the voiceover part of the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate you for tuning in. And as always, that's it.
Not very long, is it?
Well, you drove got it right off.
Okay. Yeah, get ready to move, guys.